web framework behind Zeedna. Zeedna is a SaaS, software as a service platform for social publishing. I'm gonna give a high-level presentation about Django and Python and go into more details with a demo that demonstrates the Django aspects. We have Django is pronounced Django without the D. It's named after gypsy jazz guitarist Django Reinhardt. Web framework is a software framework. Basically, it's we all know about. Who's not familiar with software framework? Yeah, very good. So we'll skip this step. I think it will be boring for. We have plenty of frameworks with different languages, like Python we have Django, Pylons, in Java we have many, Ruby, we have in PHP, we have PHP and Zend. Python, I don't know how many of you are familiar with Python here? Yeah? So we will spend a few minutes, few minutes talking about Python. It is a general purpose programming language. You can do like desktop application or web or even Linux scripting with Python. It's object oriented. It's a comprehensive library. In contrast to other languages, Python has most of its functionality built in. You don't need to go for third-party libraries to do it. We have dynamic typing. It's not a typed language, similar to the shell scripting and PHP, maybe. We have memory management. We have garbage collection. We have the multi-paradigm. It can accept structured programming or object-oriented programming. We have the clean code. This is the most important. In addition to its easiness, and we have this is the most prominent feature of Python. We have the clean code. The clean code, if we see here, the white space is the block delimiter for Python. In contrast, we see here if we want to implement a class. We should make like 4 spaces or consistent spaces to tell Python that this belongs to this class. In contrast to other languages like Java, which has the curly brackets as block delimiters. Let's talk about Django architecture. Django has many architectural aspects like loose coupling. Loose coupling means it encourages the code reuse. Means like we have different apps. We can separate them. We can plug and unplug any app at any time without affecting the application. Of course, the features of this app will go with this app. But other features will not get affected by unplugging the app. MVC, it's very close to the MVC. I'd like to call it MVC, but it is not here. I don't know. We should all be familiar with MVC. It has very tidy and clean URL structures, like it uses root and regular expression, in contrast to the object publishing, which is strict in the sense, in terms of code structure. You have to follow certain structure to have clean URLs. Here we have the URLs the structure of the URLs doesn't follow the structure of the code. We have the middleware. We can plug any middleware into Django that affects the whole framework. if we want to create common functionality between the apps. We have the static media serving. It is meant to be separated from the Python serving itself for performance enhancements and static media serving. Now, why Django? We all have had the problem of selecting which framework we need to use, and me myself and my colleagues spent considerable amount of time looking and searching. Ultimately we went with Django. We have the quick start. Django has the feature of okay, we'll go. Quick start. It's simple. It uses Python. It's a simple language. It is it has simple templating syntax. It's very easy to learn. Dry. You can use. You can publish your app to the internet so that other users can use it, and you can use other developers' apps. It's very easy. You just need to do 2 or 3 things to have the app up and ready to work in your project. We have the DB abstraction. This is very important. You can in the SQL databases, you can change the database at any time you like. Use MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, or any of the SQL databases. We have the automatic CRUD interface. You know, we all know as developers the CRUD operations are very, very boring for developer to create this insert and update and delete. We have them as scaffolding feature in Zeedna ready. We will go through them now in the demo. We have the clean URLs. We have the big community. We will once you decide to go for Django, you will find like hundreds or thousands of people.
Denied outgoing internet connections from Google software update. Details can be reviewed in your little configuration.
It's talking instead of me. Okay. Okay, we have the big community supporting Django and Django development and IRC and mailing list. We have the excellent version documents. We have extensive documentation for every version of Django with a clear roadmap and changelog. We have the very active development, and I talked about it. We have it's a proven technology. Many of the big sites, including us, using it, like Washington Post, Lawrence, and Discuss. Discuss is now becoming very popular. Now we will go through a real example to see how we can create a project in a few minutes with Django, and you will judge. So we first need to have Django installed. We go to any directory. Just we need first to create a Django project. First step is to create Django project, and after that we start to create Django apps in this project. We will create it. Start project. This, I think I have demo. I've created a project called demo here. Now, if we go to the Finder, we'll see many files have been created from the script, like manage, settings, URLs. We'll go through them in more details now. Now we want to create the app. I'm gonna create Paul's app. Start app. Paul's. Yeah, we have similar. No, sorry. We have to change directory to the project itself. Now we use the script of the project itself, which is Python manage start app Paul's. If we go to the Finder, we will see a directory created with many files. Just to have a quick look at this is the init. This is important for Python to recognize the package. This is the models where we add the classes for the data. Here is for test, and we have the views where we want to create views for the site users. We'll start by creating the data model. Let's open the models. I've created a project just to go quickly through. Let's save some time. Okay. We have the models. We have the models. See, Django just added this line of code which imports the models the models abstraction from the Django itself. We will add the model here. Okay. Now we have the poll model. If we see here with the question field, which is car field, and the publication date, and we have the choices linked with foreign key to the poll here. This Unicode, we will go through it later. We can add methods to the class, like you put the instance handle and put dot total votes to get the total votes of the poll itself. Now I will sync the models to the DB. Let's Python manage. Sorry, I need to set the DB settings. Here we have many choices like MySQL, SQLite, and Oracle. I will select SQLite, and yeah, that's it. And okay, another step for Django to be able to recognize my application, I need to add it to the installed apps. Here we have the installed apps. I will just add the word polls here. And now Django is ready to sync the model, the data model to the database. We'll see here, Django manage, sync, DB. The database name. I always forget the database name actually. Demo. Okay. Okay, so now Django has created many tables in the database and asking me if I want to create a super user. I want, yes. Mutaz at Zeedna.com. Okay. Now we have the database file created here, demo in MySQLite. We will do some shell operations here to see how we can shell. We can manipulate data through Python shell from polls.models, which is here. We have it, the polls.models, import star to import everything, import star. We have P1, which is the poll, poll, question equals how do you find Django, for example. Okay. Okay. Now I have created in the memory an instance of the poll. If we want to make a query on the database, we will do like, I haven't saved it to the database yet, so we'll do like objects dot poll to select all objects from the database, but I haven't created any, so I will do p1.save to save it, to commit it to the database, and it will not commit. I think I need to make from date time default time dot now. Okay. Now we can select the pool that we have created from the database. Dot objects. Dot all. And see now how we selected. It's pure ORM. We will move to the admin interface and see how scaffolding can work and move the development very quickly. We just need to modify to create a file called admin here. We have the admin file. It's not open here. I've created already admin file. Okay. Now we import the models from the models file and register it in Django admin to enable it in the admin interface. We need to Django itself has admin, yeah. Sorry. Okay. We need to enable the admin for Django itself because it's first project. Usually we don't do this step. And we need to enable the URLs for the admin interface. It's already here. We just need to uncomment it, and this to discover the files. Okay. Now we start. Actually, Django has a built-in server, which makes the development very, very easy and very quickly to start with. Run server. Okay. We go to localhost /admin. Okay. And you will not see the. Okay. I haven't saved it, I think. Just restart the server. Okay, we have the polls and the choices here. We can quickly go and add see the poll that I have added through the shell. It's here. I can add another one. Let's add another one. See here we can add the question and manipulate the data from here. Django has very nice admin interface, and we can change it very easily from the code. I will uncomment. It's if the choices are linked with many-to-many relation, with the foreign key relation with the poll, I need them to show here to make it easy for me to add choices in the same time that I add the poll. So I will uncomment these lines here. Okay. Yeah. I will uncomment them, and okay, we have the choices here. We can add the choices. I'll add the choices for the Django. Very good. Okay, just to make bad votes. I needed to create a default. Okay. There's such a table. Okay. We have the choices created. We'll create a view for the users quickly. We have Okay, we can see here we have the views file here. I have already one as well. The goal here is to create a views for the users to be able to list the polls and list the choices for each poll. Okay, I need to modify the create the URLs file here. URLs. Okay, which is here. As we can see, it is regular expression URLs, and plug the application, the polls app into our project. Okay. Now we will go to polls. Okay, I need to create the HTML templates for the views. I've created the Python views here, and I need to create these files. I'll copy them from templates. Okay. Okay, we have the polls list here, and we have the choices. As we can see, we have created a polls app with a few minutes in Django, with with the automatic administration interface that allows us to create data and manipulate it very quickly. I think now we are open to questions. So, if you have any question, please. Yeah.
Did you use Django after Python, after you selected Python, or?
Actually, we learned Python first. We learned Python through Django. We didn't select Django first, but Django was one of the factors that we have selected Django for. It's a clean, the tidy structure for Python was very important for us.
What does your company do?
Zeedna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does your company do?
Yeah, it is. We have a software as a service social publishing platform. We have the social elements built, like groups, events, and photo, video sharing. In addition to the social e-commerce, and the two bidirectional synchronization between Zeedna and other social networks like Facebook and Twitter. So Zeedna goes along with other social networks.
How is it hosted?
It is. We handle the hosting. It's cloud hosting. Yeah.
On Amazon?
Yeah, it is.
One question. Usually forms are a bit of a pain to deal with. So how does Django deal with forms and validation?
Yeah, if I had space of time, I would demonstrate it. Actually, it is. It's very simple. It's similar to the admin. If we saw the admin, we created only one file, and we got the admin form ready. The forms in the front end for the user, it's the same. It's very similar. You just need to create one class and put it in your HTML template, and you will get it ready and for submissions and stuff.
As PHP developers, if you wanted to implement the modular structure for any project, you would create a folder and create a single file for each class. So basically, I can understand that Python uses a term model for a single Python file. So what if I had like 1,000 views in my application? Could I put these 1,000 views into a single file?
Yeah, nice question. Yeah. It's a very good question, actually. And we had it in our development. Actually, you can here, instead of the file models, you can create a directory called models and put your files inside it. Python has something, if you saw in my code here, in the admin, what I did here from polls.models, import polls and choices. So it is the same, this is exactly the same if I do this. I create one directory, models, and create another file just for Python to recognize it as a package here. I add the init, and I select, put them here. This is exactly the same. What I'm telling you, from models, this is the init file is the models directory itself. So you can create many files within the models directory and import it in the init, so that your project will see everything in the init. You just need to do the imports in the init and create the files within the polls directory. Yeah?
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much.
Well,
Good.